Happy Friday, everybody. It's going to be another hot one down here today on the Gulf Coast. I think all week it's been in the hundreds with the heat index. Humid as hell. I've had a lot of people message me in the last few weeks about tone, sound, how do I get the sound out of the pickups I'm using. And my biggest thing I can tell you is make sure that you're using the right pots and capacitors with the right pickups. I know I've seen a lot of people build guitars and they use those Telly three-ways that you can get from CB Giddy, you know, with the chrome plate and the three-way all built into it. But those are made for Tellys, and Tellys basically have a single coil pickup, and so they come with 500K pots and a 047 capacitor on it. If you try to use that on a humbucker rig, and you're not going to get the most out of your guitar. The best rule of thumb to use is humbuckers, 250K pots with either an 022 capacitor, or if you want to mellow it out a little bit and give it that kind of Eric Clapton kind of smooth tone, go to an 015 capacitor. Single coils, you go 500K pots with an 047 capacitor. If you use that on a humbucker, it's just going to choke it down. I mean, you're not going to get the most out of your pickup. And then you have kind of a gray area, like the P90s. The P90s really are a single coil. They're not a humbucker. They're stacked magnet, so they are basically a big, fat, giant single coil. And so with P90s, I've seen people, you know, it's kind of a if or nor. Some people use 250Ks, some people use 500s. I use 500s. I put 500s on it, and then I use an 047 capacitor. And another thing with that too is the type of capacitor you use. I've been using a lot of the custom vintage Emerson oil and paper capacitors. They're made right here in Oklahoma. They're American-made product. They've been around forever, and they make some really nice stuff. And you can actually, I built two guitars side by side and just used the standard orange drop capacitor on one and an Emerson oil and paper capacitor on the other. And the sound was evident. I mean, it was day and night between those two capacitors. But they are expensive. The Emerson oil and paper capacitors run about $19, and then you got to pay shipping. So you're going to be into just one of those capacitors over 20 bucks. But they are worth it. I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to get out of your Giddy. I've had a lot of people ask me here lately, so I just decided to do this video, and hopefully, you know, people can reference back to that. I'm going to upload it on YouTube too. So I do have wiring, how I wire stuff, in a video on YouTube also, if you want to check that out. You might have to scroll down through there a ways. Oh, and another thing too, a lace, I had a guy message me last night and said that he didn't like the way his lace matchbook sound, and I asked him what he used. Well, he used 500K pots on it, and a lace matchbook is a humbucker. I mean, you can split or just wire it as a straight up humbucker. So remember that a lace matchbook is a humbucker. But if anybody has any more questions about it, feel free to message me. I've gotten tons of messages here in the last few months. I just haven't had time to respond to everybody. I try to help as many people as I can, but there's only so many hours in a day, and if I sit and just answer questions all day, I'll never get anything done. But I hope that helps people understand, you know, wiring your guitar and using the right pots and the right capacitors with the right pickup is key to everything. I mean, your Giddy isn't gonna sound right if you're not using the right stuff. That's my builder's tip for today. If you have any questions, message me, and I'll try to help you out. Thanks a lot, guys. Happy Friday. Hope to see you in Huntsville, or not Huntsville, but Nashville next Friday. Bye-bye.